that if somebody from another department helps a department in creating the shot, it's called the $5 shot, you know, and you're the $5 shot. So I was famous all day for having the $5 shot. But he said, but never before has an expert in that department given that department, you know, a suggestion, you know. So that day I was the next day I was the purple penis guy. Another tradition he has on his sets. If you fall asleep, no matter where you fall asleep, I don't know where they hide it. It must be like a car airbag or something. But if you fall asleep, all of a sudden they have this big purple penis, and they go stick it in your face, and someone takes a picture. So we're in the middle of a swamp. We're in the middle of a swamp. They bring out a poster board that's as big as this wall to about here. And on the poster board is all the people who got the purple penis in their face. They brought it to the swamp to ceremoniously add me. So you get an idea how much fun it is to be on a Quentin Tarantino set. Okay, so that's the answer to your question. Anybody else? Yeah, right there.
What would you say hooked you more, the monsters or the creating?
Well, the monsters, sure, yeah. But, and not even the creating after that. First it was the monsters and then scaring people, you know. I got scared so bad by, you know, but I would cover my eyes, but I would always peep, you know, because I had to see what was going on. And then it would scare me even more, you know. Like even like the teenage Frankenstein scared the hell out of me. I saw The Creature from the Black Lagoon when it opened in the movie theater in 1954. I was 8 years old in 1954. I saw The Creature when it was released. Can you imagine that? And that scared the hell out of me, you know. So then I decided I want to scare people. You know? So, and I still get the urge every now and then. I've got to scare somebody. Okay? I mean, my poor daughter at home, or even James, my grandson that's running around, you know. It takes patience to scare people. You've got to really be committed to it, you know, to hiding someplace. Well, I'll give you an example. I have a fake head of myself that we built for vampires. We never used it. So I'll be lying in bed, my girlfriend, you know, and she'll go downstairs and get a drink or something, and I'll get the urge to scare her. Okay? So I grab the fake head, and I stick it in the bed, and I build up the pillows, and like I'm still there, the blankets, you know. And they go hide in the closet. You know, so I'm hiding in the closet, and I'm looking at about this much space, waiting for her. And it's taking forever, you know. I bet you 20 minutes goes by, but I'm patient because I know I want to scare her, see. So I'm peeking through the door, and I see her, and I hear her coming up the steps. And I watch, and she's sneaking in the room. She's going to scare me. So I wait. She jumps on the bed to scare me. Of course, my head rolls off the pillow. And she flies backwards, scared. I jump out of the closet, and I scared her. I got her twice. So I love scaring people, but that came out of being scared, you know. It's such a thrill. I mean, that's why you go to an amusement park and pay them to strap you in some metal thing that scares the shit out of you, you know. We love being scared, and we'll pay to do it, you know. Well, I guess Richard Kill is next, is that right? Hi. Come on in. Okay, are we out of time? 5 minutes? Okay, a couple more questions. No, please come in. Richard Kill, everybody. How many days in your life are you sitting someplace and Richard Kill comes in? This is an unusual, fantastic day, okay? All right, we got time for another question or two, yeah.
Thinking about small movies like The Ripper, do you think there's
please, if you throw that away. I've seen the story, hide it in the documentaries, set it on fire, throw it in the waste can, you know. But go ahead, what's your question?
He actually made a movie. You got to give him that. Do you find there's a difference in the creativity between the smaller films and the big budget films, or is it about the same?
No, sometimes there's more creativity in the small. I'm not saying The Ripper is an example of that. It certainly is not, but yeah, I mean, Blair Witch Project, I mean, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, I have the makeup school, of course, right? Okay. For a while, my name was on the film school as well, okay? I took it off because I didn't want to diffuse the makeup thing. But when my name was on the film program, I went to Kmart and I bought the cheapest camera I could find, okay? And I shot a commercial for the film program. you know, wide panoramic shots of Pittsburgh, my face fading into a picture of me in a post. I mean, just creative stuff. And the point was, it's not about the equipment. It's about what you can think of, okay? And that's what a lot of the big budget stuff. The big budget stuff is, it used to be studio heads who love movies. Now it's a group of lawyers at a business school, you know, what's going to be guaranteed a success. Nobody knows that what's going to be guaranteed. Nobody has any idea what movie's going to make it, you know, that's the thing. But sometimes the small, I'll tell you what, have you seen Dredd?
I have not.
It did, see, nobody saw it. It did terrible at the box office. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Anybody see The Raid? The Indonesian film? Okay. Dredd is just like it, man. The Dredd is a fantastic low-budget movie, but, you know, people stayed away from it. Well, I stayed away from it because I thought it was going to be another Sylvester Stallone, you know, Judge Dredd thing. It's not, man. This is brutal. This is ballsy. And I think most people stayed away. But that's an example of what I'm talking about. Just it's about the content. It's about what you can think of, you know. And it's very hard to please. I mean, the biggest mistake you can make is try to please everybody, you know. Why do some movies click and gazillions of people go see it? There's something in it that, you know, you click with and you love, and not every movie can capture that. All right, one more I think we have time for. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there were like any modern horror films that you think really capture the spirit of like the old classics.
But no, because we were just talking about that. I mean, what has been a recent horror movie? I can't even think of one. Can you think of, like, tell me 2 or 3?
Well,
one. You know, I can't think of any horror movie, except for Passion of Christ, which we were talking about.
Yeah, you got a point there. We had to watch that in Sunday school.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even, I don't know, I haven't seen a decent...
Check out maybe some, like, have you ever looked into some Asian or horror films, or do you classify those strictly?
No, I mean, I saw the American, The Ring, which is, you know, that was a long time ago. The creepiest part of that is what Rick Baker did on the girl's makeup in the closet. That my hair just stood up on it. It was like The Exorcist, you know. Audition, that just makes you mad. That's it, it makes you mad. Anyway. All right, real quick, one more. Yes, anybody? Is that it? Yes.
I just want to know if you ever get Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Sure. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
you've been in a room and been like, oh my God, I can't believe
On the set of Django. I mean, there's Christoph Waltz, Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't want to sound like a fanboy to Leonardo DiCaprio, but I knew he loved movie posters, so I went off and started talking about movie posters. Talked forever about movie posters. We talked about quitting smoking, because he just quit smoking. We talked about Death of a Salesman on Broadway, because he had just seen it. I was about to see it. So, yeah, I was starting, because there's a reason these people are movie stars. You look at Leonardo DiCaprio. First of all, he's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. More gorgeous in person than anything you've ever seen in movies. So that was that. Plus, he was in character. He was always in character. When you met him, even talking about movie posters, he was in character. He was the Southern aristocratic plantation slave owner, you know. So that was exciting. And Christoph Waltz, you know, Jamie Foxx, talking to him about fast draws, because he was always fast drawing with people, you know. Talked about Sammy Davis Jr. So I try not to come across as a fanboy, though, you know. I never ask questions like, what was it like to blah, blah? Because that's requiring an essay answer from me, you know. I always try to gear my questions so they can be answered by yes or no. And you can do that with any question. Just rearrange it so it can be answered by yes or no. And if they want to elaborate, they will, you know. And then Mel Gibson. I worked out with Mel Gibson in the hotel gym on Machete 2. And he was fantastic. He taught me like Chinese breathing exercises. But yes, I'm starstruck with guys like, because, you know, we're on the set and Danny Trejo said, that's fucking Mel Gibson. We gotta get a picture with him. So Danny was responsible for us getting a great picture with Mel Gibson. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll be out there somewhere.